Mm. Alright. I just wanted to try a thing here. I'm not really sure what this is about. Why? So, I was just thinking during work that I wanted to do like a deck review thing and then put this on my YouTube channel. So I'll probably go over a few decks in a little detail. Alright. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what's going on. Sorry, I keep seeing like frame drops. I don't know why. What was happening last time. I'm not even doing anything crazy. I'm just recording myself. Anyways, so, I don't really play CEDH, as most of you know. Maybe you don't know, but whenever I do play Commander, most of it's casual. And, I have maybe, like, a couple decks that are, like, power level wise, I guess a 6 or 7. I was told one deck of mine, if I changed the commander and added like a certain card to it or whatever it could be, a 6. I don't know. But this is a deck I put together a couple of days ago. Kirk, son of Yagma. Sorry, my cam is not. What in the world? This is new. Like, I've never had just crazy frame issues. Anyways, if you're not familiar with Kirk, son of Yawgmoth, he costs 4, 3 black, or 6 life because of the Phyrexian cost. And so basically, he has lifelink. For each black and a cost of a spell, you can pay 2 life. So he lets you pay Phyrexian for every black in a spell you cast. And then whenever he casts a black spell, he gets a +1/+1 counter. So basically what I'm thinking with this deck is that I can use this card, Sure Strike Triton. It's an equipment. Sorry, the light is awful for... It's super bright. Okay, well, this is what it looks like. Basically, the equipped is... It's 4 mana to equip. And then the equipped creature has first strike, and then you can tap it to unattach Trident. And then this creature deals damage equal to its power to target player. So, what I'm thinking is Kirk gets really big, and you have Trident on it, and then you unattach Trident, and Kirk deals a bunch of damage to someone. Now, mind you, it's not commander damage, because commander damage can only be dealt by combat, and this is non-combat damage. So with that, I have something that he already has lifelink, so I just kind of realized I derped already because I threw in Loxodon Warhammer, and I was like, oh, I can give it lifelink to make this more effective. But Kirk already has lifelink, so I probably will be switching this out. Or maybe not, I don't know, it's a good card. So basically, that's one way I can deal with people when I'm playing with this deck. Otherwise, the main goal of this deck, I would say right now, because I'm waiting on a few cards to add, is, so you got Phyrexian Altar, which is a 3-drop artifact that you sack a creature, add 1 mana of any color. Bantu's Monument, Blood Pet, Bolas' Citadel, Mortuary, Aetherflux Reservoir, I don't understand how my stream drops frames, because this is probably why I don't stream. Good thing I don't really stream anymore. I'm gonna try to stream again this Wednesday and Thursday to play some more 88 with people, but we'll see. I mean, I don't really understand why I'm dropping frames. I'm not doing anything. I'm just recording. But anyways, so a couple of the ways we can go about this combo is, and shout out to Star City Commander Versus for Justin Parnell having this in one of his decks, is the whole combo is, so you have Blood Pet, which is a 1-drop common creature. You sack it, add a black mana to your mana pool, and then you have this is black enchantment from Stronghold. Whenever a creature is put into your graveyard from play, you put it on top of your deck. So anytime a creature gets put into your graveyard, you put it on top of your deck. So then when you sack Blood Pet, it goes on top of your deck. And then you have Bolas' Citadel, which I'm sure most of you are aware of. It's kind of become, I don't want to say an EDH staple right now, but most people tend to use this in Commander now. But you can look at the top card of your deck anytime, and then you end up paying the mana cost with your life instead, and you can, when you play the card from the top of your deck, so you can play cards from the top of your deck, lands, spells, and then you can sack it. You can tap, sack 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life, but I never use that ability. I just use it to cast playthings. So basically, if you see where this is going, you sack Blood Pet. It goes on top of your library, and then you can cast it with the Citadel. And then you can have Aetherflux Reservoir, which every time you cast a spell, you gain a life for each spell you cast. And then you can pay 50 life to shoot someone in the face for 50 damage. So you can either do that, or you can just use Bantu's Monument if you don't have the Reservoir. This is a cheaper alternative right now because I think Reservoir is kind of up there. But I could be wrong. Which is a 3-drop legendary artifact. Black creatures cost 1 generic mana less. And whenever you cast a creature spell, you drain each opponent for a life. So you can use this instead and do this combination and drain everyone infinitely. Unless someone, forces a will. If someone has enchantment, they want to get rid of the Citadel, most likely. Or they just want to get rid of your 2 life drain pieces. The other combination that is pretty much like these 3 cards is the Oathsworn Vampire. It's a 2/2, enters tapped. It costs 1 and a black. You can cast it from your graveyard if you gain life this turn. So basically, with Bantu's Monument, the Oathsworn Vampire becomes just a black to cast instead of 2. 1 and a black. So for a black, you can cast it from your graveyard if you gain life. And then the Phyrexian Altar comes in handy because you can sack the vampire to it or another creature to add a black mana. And it really helps if you have Kirk out here. Just because actually scratch that. Kirk, he'll just get bigger if he's on the field. But if you're casting it with like Aetherflux Reservoir or the Monument, you're draining people, so that lets you cast Oathsworn Vampire over and over again from your graveyard by sacking into the altar for a black mana. So those are the 2 infinite win conditions that this deck can use. Otherwise, there's Cryptghast. Zulaport Cutthroat can be really effective for those combinations if you don't have Monument or Reservoir at hand. So Zulaport Cutthroat basically does that drain that you want. Killing Wave is also really effective if you're playing with people that have run really heavy creature decks, because it's X and a black, and then for each creature its controller sacks it unless they pay X life. So you can either force them to get... It's a really good creature removal. It gets around indestructible, hexproof, then there's Torment of Hailfire with Cryptghast and Nirkana Revenant. So you have Nirkana Revenant, Cryptghast, Caged Sun, all the you can end up tapping. Oh, and Liliana of the Dark Realm if people end up ignoring her, and you can get her ult. So all your swamps have her black, 4 black mana. So you can just dump black mana into Torment of Hailfire, and hopefully people take that. Or you can do the Crypt Rats, which is basically deals X to each creature and each player. So you can just dump a bunch of mana to that. And there's Gary, you can do that with. And if you make Kirk big enough here, I have Shizo of Death Storehouse to give him fear. I don't have Lightning Greaves in here, which I probably will be soon. And then I am getting Peer into the Depths soon, so if you don't know what Peer into the Abyss, I'm sorry. Peer into the Abyss. It's a 7 drop. Here, let me, man, I really don't like that. Here, I'll bring it up. So, I don't understand why. Not really sure. Zero way. Is there E-way? Oh shit. What? I was trying to, like, I'm really bad at this, using this stream element thing. I'm trying to, like, pull it up. I don't even know. Okay, well, basically, so it says, man, I wish, now I'm really annoyed, and I want to figure this out. How is this? Here, I guess I'll just, what? I don't think that did anything. What? Ah, there we go. What? Ah, here we go. I have mastered. So basically, with Underworld Dreams and Peer into the Abyss, you're gonna want. I wish it could be bigger. I don't understand. I wish it could be bigger. Isn't that everyone's problem? It's like the worst. That's smaller. I mean, fuck. Like, I might as well just. I don't even know. This is it. Fuck. I don't want to actually show porn. Okay. Jesus Christ. What the hell? What the hell? What? This is... I don't really understand. Like, it doesn't... Wait. Whoa. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Why? Why are you dropping the frames? No one needs you to drop the fucking frames. Anyway, that's... What? I don't... I don't understand. Photos? No. It doesn't... Okay, well, that was a waste of time. Like, I can't get... Because this is so dumb. Like, why can't you fucking... Notepad? What? That's not Notepad. I really don't get it. Fuck. Just... What the hell? I don't know. I really don't understand. I don't get it. It doesn't want... Like, now it just doesn't... Now it doesn't really care. Why? Why don't you care? Oh my goodness. Yay. Like, hello? don't know. I don't really understand anything. So I hate streaming now, because I can't figure out. Well, like I don't get it. I don't understand. What? I don't even know what the fuck just happened. I don't even know. I don't know. Like, it doesn't even register the fact that this is up. Like, hello? What the fuck is your problem? You just dumb? Moving board making noise. Stop making noise. There we go. I don't understand. I'm sorry that took so goddamn long. I still don't get why I'm dropping. Apparently, everything sucks. Jesus Christ. So if I can pull this off, I feel like target player. This would be like a 1-0 situation, I think. I'll be like, do it to a person that's drawing already. I just realized that it says braids on it. Wonder if that has anything to do with the braids. So anyways, that's that deck. I'm sure it's really exciting. No, but honestly, I don't know what causes the drop, the frames to drop. I'm not even like playing a game or anything. I don't have anything open that. Like, it's so dumb. It's probably just my internet, because my internet's been shit recently. So I guess one of the decks that I've been told is more powerful, and I'm not even talking like competitive is the Calamax, the Stormsire. So basically, if he's tapped and you cast your first instant each turn, you copy that spell, and then he gets. And every time you copy an instant, he gets a +1/+1 counter, which, I mean, if you really need to attack with Calamax, that can be useful. Other than that, I would recommend if you build Calamax, just go Spell Slinger. Really the only creatures in this deck other than Calamax is like Torrential Gearhulk, which is, you know, just you flash him in, he copies, or you can cast an instant from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. What are I think, or a Kalemancer, you know, he comes in, you get an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Palicron, you untap 7 lands, and then for 2 and 2 blue, you bounce them to your hand. Cavalier of Gales is draw 3, put 2 back on top of your deck. We have Thassa's Oracle, which is, you know, hey, if your devotion is more than the size of your deck, you win. And yeah, that's all the creatures for this deck. So basically, what I've found to be doing is, so either win with Oracle or Jace, which is Labman on his static. If you don't have any cards in your deck, you win. So basically use cards like Manamorphose, Ritual. Basically you're using Underworld Reach and using cards like Manamorphose and the Rituals to add mana. And then I think my computer just sucks here. It's yelling at me. I don't even know why. I'm not doing anything, like. Anyways, and then Fates is looting. You know, you draw 2, and then you discard 2. So, if you have enough cards in your graveyard at the time of trying to go off with Underworld Reach, you can fill your graveyard back up pretty quick with the looting, and then you fill up your mana back with, you know, the rituals and Metamorphose. And you keep doing that, and then you can drop. You probably want to cast Metamorphose again, right? So you can add 2 blue. Because of this, I've always been tapped out when I'm doing this, so I'm just using mana I get from the rituals or Metamorphose. And then you have Jace on the field, and you +1 him and win the game, or you drop Oracle. Granted, nobody counters it. If you have like Force of Wills, or if you have that new Fierce Guardianships counterspell and Calamax is out, you know, you can definitely protect yourself. Because Underworld Breach is really good. But if you don't have a means of protecting yourself, because the last time I played with Calamax, someone caused me They milled in response to me casting Faithless Looting for the last time that I needed. And what really screws me over is Song of Creation. Is So if you're using Song of Creation, you should probably get rid of it. Uh, if you end up needing to use it early on, you should probably have a means to get rid of it, which I need to change in that regards. Because every time you cast a spell, you draw 2 cards. And then at the end of your turn, you discard your hand. So if you're not going off, Song Creation can screw you over that way. Because then you just don't have a hand. And I kind of found myself in that situation last game. So they milled me as soon as I cast Faithless Looting for what I needed to the last time. And upon cast, I'm drawing 2 cards off the song. They mill. And then I'm drawing and don't have cards to draw, so I lose because Jace isn't out. I guess the last deck I'll just go into here briefly because I'm just doing this as a test, and I'll throw it up on YouTube if you want to watch. Apologies for the constant complaining. Just like I don't know what's going on with my computer, why it's dropping frames. I see that and I think something's wrong. So this is Marwyn. This is one of my other good decks. I mean, if you know what Marwyn does, she gets bigger every time you play an elf. And then you can tap for green equal to her power. So that you can cast things pretty quick like Ulamog. Using still energy to untap her. Mana dump into Green Sun Zenith. Using this for the forest double. Nyx Blue Mansion for the triple mana. And that Nyx Bloom also works with Marwyn because it's permanents. So Marwyn's tapping with triple. The Finale Devastation. You grab your Craterhoof Behemoth. Or Galta if you want. They're basically, and if you have a lot of creatures out already, the Beastmaster Ascension is pretty overwhelming, and then you just like Finale of Devastation or the Overwhelming Stampede, and then if Marwyn's tapped, you can put Classification on her, so she's tapping for 21 or whatever. The Sword of Maroons, you need her to be tapping for 4 mana, and then you can use Sword to make infinite green mana. It's pretty basic, but it's in there. It's really the only infinite combo, other than the other equipment use. The Umbral Manta is also the other means of making infinite mana. And then Eldrazi Conscription. I threw that in here because it's just a means of Marwyn to get bigger again. But there's just a lot of big creatures in here, like the Craterhoof right there, the Ulamog that I showed. Hydra Broodmaster is pretty good if you can dump a lot of mana into it and make a bunch of giant Hydras. And you just have, it's your basic giant. World Spine Worm is another big beefy guy. Defense to Heart's good. Defense the Heart's kind of weird in this deck because obviously you're going to have creatures. But in the case that you don't and Defense the Heart comes out early, because maybe you have Morrowind, someone maybe destroyed all your creatures, but no one got rid of Defense the Heart, and then you can get,